Hello and welcome to episode 41.2 of Cinemaverse Podcast. This is the second part of our Shiva Baby review, so go back to check out the first part that we did earlier this week to get more on what we think about the acting in this movie, the script, the plot, and the pacing of the movie, and last but not least, the aesthetics, directing, and what we think of the cinematography in this movie. So go check out the first part of our extended conversation on the debut feature from Emma Seligman. Now let's get into the episode. All right.
I was trying to hold myself from using the score to tie it with the cinematography, and I'm glad I did because I feel like I wouldn't have had nothing else to talk about here.
All right, man, I guess go ahead, Billy. What do you think of the score?
You sure? This is
Go
like
ahead,
the
man.
third time I went first.
Hey,
Well,
man.
I was gonna tie this in with the shots.
Mhm.
As you see her, when she walked across the room and they used the music,
Mhm.
it's like the camera was getting closer, and they used the music perfectly to create that tension that I've been talking about.
Mhm.
And it's and as I said earlier in one of our discussion, saying that this felt more like a drama.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely helped emphasize that dramatic uh, um, nature of the film.
Yeah.
It- It's 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 like I think one of you talked about this, but it makes you feel almost as scared as like the main character.
Mhm.
Like when they put the music and it starts going like dun 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 dun,
Yeah.
like something I don't know exactly, but like when they use the music and they use the close up shot, it makes you feel as scared as the character. Like, oh my god, she gonna get caught. And one perfect instant of this is when she's looking for her phone,
Oh yeah. Yeah, I remember.
especially when she
Yes,
looks in
yes.
the sink at the dishes. They get in like her face, and
And
she's looking down, and they move to the right again, and like just that scenery. But yeah,
yeah, I think it's important to note that the two scenes you're talking about, the one where she's looking for the phone and the POV shot with the music over it, those are directly after each other, and throughout the entire film, the score is I guess motific and like it's a repetitive score. It's pretty much, if I'm not mistaken, I
Mhm.
remember there being drums and strings, and it's kind of like the high strings being, anxiety inducing throughout it, which is necessary, which I think is done well. But as I was watching, I think this is more personal preference, but I found myself a bit iffy on the score. It it like the repetition, while good and I get the use, it did get a bit annoying to me as it went on. Well, I won't say all as far as annoying, but it got not even it just felt I wanted something new. I wanted something new eventually, and it works. It's nonetheless, it still works. And I'm not sure if this is something that's working to move the score up or down for me, but the score, I'm not sure how original it is in general, because it reminded me a lot of one of my favorite movies of all time, Punch Drunk Love. One of the major scores in that, which is another very similar film in how it's trying to approach like the tension and the anxiety and the chaos and everything that was happening. And one of the scores that was used, I can see the direct influences. I feel like that's something that should make it like it more, because that's one of my favorite movies, one of my favorite scores ever. But for some reason, it's just not hitting at the same level. And I'm kind of conflicted with the score. I want to see if Andrew has anything to say to kind of move me forward or back one way or the other. Because right now I'm really just sitting at a 2.5 out of 5.
Of course.
Damn, y'all
I'll
both kind of like decided what my score is gonna be, so I'm ready whenever.
I'll do my job and make both of these scores over 3.5. Okay. Are you ready for this?
All right.
All right. This movie right here. I mean, I'm tired, so
Hold
it's
on, hold
gonna
on. I
be
gotta put on
max 3.
You're about to blow my mind. I gotta put on my thinking glasses.
Your thinking glasses, great.
I
All right,
got.
let's go.
Let me put on my shades. If you're gonna blow something, then I don't want that killing my eyes.
All right, all right, Billy. Billy and me are ready. Andrew.
Wait, pause. Wait.
This man, Andrew's back. I got. You know what, Andrew? You're right. I got to put on my thinking cap too.
Nah,
Let's go, boy.
because
Yo,
I swear,
I like
wait,
that.
I
like
swear I've seen this man Billy fall asleep in those glasses, bro.
I did. And Willix.
Yes, bro. She
Mixed
gonna be
Willix is
so
still
mad
the
watching
name.
this video.
I'm sorry. I was tired
Yo,
that
hold
day.
up, hold up. Even if she is mad, I feel we've dropped enough facts and we've analyzed this to the point that she should be prideful to some extent that she has moved us to the point of analyzing stuff at this point. Andrew,
Yes.
spit them
Thank you,
facts,
Miss
boy.
Willix. Your past 2 years have been great, and this is why I got smarter. Thank you.
Yes, we do appreciate you deeply. So back onto my point
Drop the
or
bombs.
my score. Are you ready for this? So this film right here. What is the score? Is this just like how I felt about the film in general?
Oh no. The score is like the music and all that stuff.
Oh! You should have said. Should have said. I was wondering. Okay.
The score in and of itself is gonna just be aggregated from everything that all the scores that we put in general.
Okay. I was wondering.
Trying to take out like personal bias.
I was like completely shook that you said 2.5.
Oh, no.
6.5, 8.5, and a 7.5.
Yeah.
All right, music. Okay. Are you ready for this? I'm gonna blow y'all minds right here. All right.
Mhm.
Music, sounds included, right? This is just everything that involves.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It started off with a banging sound, not literally a banging. Well,
I mean, a few bangs.
I mean, it depends on how you feel about it. Okay, it started off with a great sound. It started off with sound. Okay.
He was like, start off with great sound. Hold up, I can't use that.
It started off with, a sound that automatically
It awoke you. It just woke you up.
It automatically gained your attention. I remember when we first heard it, we were all like, "Whoa, what has this man Yabnik got us watching?"
I was like, what have I got myself watching here? Yeah, right.
So I mean, that automatically, that's something. A good score, good music, good noise. That's something it needs to have. It needs to have that attention grabbing aspect to it. And I believe that especially that scene, it had that. And now talking about the music, right?
Mhm.
Just the music in itself. I believe that the music carried the tension, right? The music, along with the different camera shots, as we talked about before.
Mhm.
I remember watching it, and when we first saw Max walk in, it was like, right? To signify, like, oh shoot, so it's about to go down, right?
Yeah.
And then it kept that steady, it kept that steady, influx of sound as as she looked at him, and as he talked to her dad, he saw her, and then it increased when they saw each other. And that was a main point of the entire film. And then going back to that one scene with when they were all surrounding her, and the baby, the man Max, his wife, dad, mom, when they were all talking, yada yada yada, and she was just standing there, looking like she was about to pass out. There in that scene as well, the music really carried the tension. It really, as Billy said, it made you feel as though you were standing there in that circle. It made you feel as though you were the one who was cheating on your wife, or you were the one who
I would never.
Who did whatever whatever was happening in that situation. And then again with the phone, she was like, "Oh shoot, my phone." Maya in the bathroom. When she said that, and then it transitioned to Maya in the bathroom. Bzz, 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 right? Well, what's that? Looks at the phone. Bop. They go back out. Bop. And then all of a sudden she says, boom, your phone, bathroom, kitchen. I may have seen it. You little bad woman. I can't say what she says because I'm a child of God. Maya was like, "Hey, home girl, I saw your phone. It was in the bathroom or the kitchen or the laundry room. I don't know where it is, but I saw it was on there. It was unlocked. And you better hope people over here can't, they don't find it before you do. And then boom. Oh, you heard all that? Bro, what is Billy doing?
Billy is having his mind blown. That's why he had to put on the glasses. That's why he's got
If the moment I take off my glasses and stop these movements, I'm gonna like just pass out and like just die. I can't handle all that without having all that extra.
So as I was saying, okay, all that music really increased the tension. Like, oh my gosh, I bet the rabbi, but the rabbi is gonna he's gonna walk his innocent self in the bathroom and just see everything. He's just gonna have a heart attack.
Been funny. That would have been funny.
I don't know. I don't think we can still talk about heart attacks and how they're funny. It is 2021. You know how people are.
No, not the heart attack. Just him walking in.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
him walking in finally.
Yeah. But just that part, there was a lot of that increase of sound of music and insinuating the fact that but the idea that she was in danger because she was obviously. And then I think also a great sound bit sound bit, whatever it is. A great part of this movie was when Max was walking back from the coffee bar and he got the dings on his phone, right? The one ding, looked at it. Oh shoot! Okay.
How many nudes did she send?
A lot. It was a lot.
I thought it was just one, and it just kept going. I was like, dang.
Nah, it was a hot.
I didn't.
A lot.
It was little titties, man.
So yeah, it started off with that one ding, and we were like, oh crap, okay, maybe you should turn your phone on silent or keep it on vibrate just in case. It might have been on vibrate, but turn on silent, just in case. As soon as he gets back over there, he looks at his phone. He looks at Danielle. Danielle looks at him. His wife looks at the phone. Just great music, great sound. Everything was perfect, beautiful. And the last part I want to point out is sorry, just
nah, bro, you good. Go ahead.
Okay. We were still looking for this lady's phone. Mm-hmm. She was in the kitchen talking to old dude, Max, and the old woman was in there. Huh? Can't hear you. That old woman, right? Mm-hmm. So,
was that the same old woman at the end with the car?
Bro. Yes.
No, it's not her. I thought really.
Yeah, it was the old woman.
She couldn't hear, so that's. I'm assuming
she couldn't drive either. Yeah, she was just.
I'll figure out as you continue.
She was past her expiration date.
Okay.
Anyway, so. Yeah. So the kitchen scene when she was talking to Max and they were in. He was like, I forgot what they were talking about, but he was like, we can't do this anymore. She was like, something, wife, something. Like they were talking loud enough for the old lady to hear, right? So then they look up. She's like, where's the bathroom? They look at her like, oh my gosh, we are in trouble. She says, where's the bathroom? Upstairs. Huh? Upstairs. Oh, thank God she can't hear. Old woman leaves. They turn around and finish their conversation. Guess who it is? It's the wife. Oh snap! They're done for. And the music shows that they may have been. In fact, they may have been caught. They might have been caught, right? Because they were talking loud enough for people to hear,
Mhm.
and we don't know how long she was there listening. And so they're like, ah, crap. She said, maybe we should go ahead and head out. Like, and me right now, we got a lot to talk about, Mr. Man. He was like, ah, crap. And she stared at him on his way out. And she stared at old girl Danielle on her way out.
She said
Danielle,
sorry there, right?
yeah, she was
Danielle
like,
said so. That was a
yeah, she was
very
like,
encrypted
Yeah, she
sorry.
said sorry.
she
I
was
think
like,
that was a good
sorry.
line of dialogue.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Great line of
Yeah,
dialogue.
yeah, I thought that too. When it happened, I was like, oh wow, she could
Mhm.
mean I'm sorry for like
Yeah.
Everything.
taking your nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa, Billy. Whoa.
Excuse
Yes.
me.
You're
Excuse me.
good, Billy.
I'll
Billy, you're
repeat. I'll
fine.
repeat it just so you can edit out. I'm sorry for taking your man.
Oh, okay. I was like, he was gonna say it again.
Yeah, I thought he was about to be like, oh, yeah, I thought I was just gonna repeat the same thing for a second.
Yeah. So,
We got it.
and then it was a steady little, steady sound. I forgot what the music was, but it was a very steady, dramatic piece that kind of very tense because you didn't know what was gonna happen. You didn't know if she was gonna get smacked across the face with the baby. You didn't know what was gonna happen. So and then boom, she walks past the wife. The wife giving her the death glare. Walks past the wife, and all of a sudden, hey Danielle, is this your phone? And then exactly, exactly like that. That's exactly what it sounded like for all those listening, right?
Oh yeah.
So I know. I'm sorry when I'm on this
No,
long
those are
tangent,
we
but
needed the
I do
example.
believe that
You
I
have
believe the music did it played hand in hand with the script to really bring
yeah, I
forth
think everything,
tension.
as I said before, I think everything all the movie came together well. Everything was working in harmony from the acting to the script to the aesthetic and the score. Payoff is kind of separate, but all four of them were working together. But I don't think any of them were like groundbreaking or like they were so great that aside from maybe the script that they were up in that next echelon scoring wise for me. You know what I guess this might not go into score, but it goes into the sound design. The baby, the screaming of the baby, that definitely added on to the tension, and it usually was there alongside the music too. That was something that I thought of as you were speaking. That moved this my score up a little bit to like a 3,
Point
and then
five.
no, just a
Oh, go
3,
ahead, go
and
ahead.
and then I thought of I brought up Punch Drunk Love, and I also thought of Uncut Gems, which were two movies that had like mood wise, they were both
You
like
said
similar moods. Uncut
you
Gems
said
and Punch Drunk
drunken
Love.
love, like
Punch
we be
Drunk
all
Love.
like, and
No, other one. It was a movie called
we
Punch
be all
Drunk Love
like,
with Adam
and
Sandler.
grinding on that,
Syndrome.
grinding on that, whatever she says.
Emily Watson.
It's a very
Emma
good.
Watson.
I would recommend watching this movie.
Yeah.
Phillips.
All right, continue on.
All right, but once I thought of that, and I know I didn't. Yeah, I'm still not gonna do it. That made me want to go back to a 2.5.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna stick with the 2.5 for the score.
Oh, okay.
I kind of want to move it up. I think the score is good and it does what it needs to do. As I said, this is just a me problem. It got a bit repetitive and annoying at times for me. But Drew, you just spoke for like 10 minutes on the score. What score would you give it?
3.5.
Nani?
Nah, I'll give it a 4. I'll get a 4. I'll get a 4.
Before
Yeah, I'll get a 4.
Billy?
I'm really conflicted because before you said 2.5, like when you said 2.5, I thought you meant out of 10.
Oh no,
And
it's out
you
of
said
5.
out of like 5, and I realized this is a 5 category.
Yeah.
I was gonna give it an 8,
Mhm.
but I don't know. In the fifth, in like converting that to like a 5 category, it would obviously be a 4, but a 4 is like a A when it's 4 out of 5,
Mhm.
if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
So let me see this.
This man Billy's pulling out the calculator, doing the math.
Yes, sir. I sure am.
Oh, you really are. Okay.
Yeah, I really am. I'm dead ass.
All right. As Billy does the math, payoff. Well, as I said in the beginning, it's the most subjective score, and it's the one that has the most. It doesn't really. It's kind of hard to really move one person off of this. Personally, I think all of us will have similar payoff scores because when it comes to, as we were talking about earlier with the expectations, we didn't really have high expectations. And it seems like all of us we enjoyed the movie. Billy, you ready with your score?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right,
I'm gonna
all right.
stick with a 4.
A 4. All right.
Yeah.
I might be harsh on the score for the score. Hey, score for the score. But
Yeah, you made some good points. Like you
yeah.
almost got me to make it like a 3.5 because you did say something I was thinking about, like the score, and I realized it at the rabbi scene
Mhm.
when he started, like he got everybody together.
Mhm.
I realized that, bruh, why are they repeating the same score
Yeah.
over and over and over?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, payoff. I am gonna go ahead and say that I'm gonna give it a 4 for payoff
Mhm.
because I think in our first one of our first movie reviews was Rashomon and we kind of like laid out what each like score means when it comes to the payoff. Where it's more if I gave it a 3, it's like it just met me. My expectations going in and met that. A 4 in this case is it absolutely broke the expectations I had in going in, which in this case weren't that. Well, actually, I kind of want to revise what I said about the expectations, where I didn't have expectations about the plot. The movie itself, I knew had really high ratings. It has like a 97% on Rotten Tomatoes. On Letterboxd, it has a 4.0. It has a 7 point something on IMDb. I expected a good movie, and it still, surpassed that to an extent. So a 4 it exceeded it. Anything above a 4 is like nearly blew my mind expectations wise. Andrew, your payoff. What would you give this on a payoff level, whatever that means to you?
Well, seeing as I didn't really have any expectations. Well, yeah, I really didn't have any expectations, and the expectations that I did have, based on the short description I read, were not really high expectations at all. They were pretty low. I wasn't expecting a lot from this movie.
Mhm.
Um, so the fact that I enjoyed it, that just makes me happy. So I'm gonna give it a I'm gonna give it a 5. I don't regret watching it at all. I'm glad I spent those hour and a
I,
half watching it.
I don't regret watching it either.
Yeah, I've regretted watching a lot of things. This was not one of them. And at the end, I was gonna give it a 4, but at the end, I was like, wow, I need to rewatch this movie. That's an automatic 5 in my book. Any movie
Yes.
that I say I need to rewatch, it's a 5.
I would like to. I don't think I'm on the same level. Like I want to rewatch it, but I don't think I was like you guys, which like instant rewatch. Like I really want to rewatch this.
Mhm.
I wasn't at that level yet, but I definitely do want to rewatch it. Billy, payoff.
Yeah, I definitely did want to rewatch it when I saw it.
Mhm.
Um, Andrew, you motivated my score for this one for sure.
I knew I
Uh,
was gonna get there someday.
yeah, I was gonna give her a lower score. I was debating maybe to like a 4 or 3.75, but I think because of what you said, I'm gonna give it a 4.25. Um, I'm just gonna tell you before I walked in this, I thought it was gonna be trash.
I
I'm not
swear.
not even. I'm not even gonna flex one bit. I thought it was gonna be pure trash.
Makes sense.
Yeah, because if it seemed low budget and low budget seemed like no experience. But
Mhm.
like since you said it was her debut film, I think you said.
Yeah,
Yeah, that could also mean that if you're just beginning, you're most likely not gonna have like a high budget film.
I think this is really impressive for the
Yeah.
the debut, and I'm intrigued to see what she does next.
Yeah, and that also has influenced my score. But Andrew's last comment of instantly as soon as I finish, I'm like I gotta rewatch this
Yeah.
is what boosted at 2.25.
All right. Now, going back through, we for acting, we have given it a 21 out of 30. For script
Mm-hmm.
and plot, we've given it a 25 and a half out of 30. For aesthetic, we have given it a 25 out of 30, which Billy, I know you said aesthetic is first for you and then script and plot, right?
You said what?
You
Yeah,
said
aesthetic is correct.
yeah, it just barely missed out. These are the unarguably, I think well, these aren't the two highest. Payoff is going to be the highest with 13.25 out of 15, which reaches about like that 26.5 range out of 30. And these two would be, I guess, in second and third place. But Payoff is a bit more of the outside bracket. It's not all the way quality. It's more subjective, as I said. So I guess in that sense, aesthetic and script and plot are undoubtedly top two. And the score is at a 10 and a half out of 15, which is roughly a 20.1. Let me go ahead and
20.5.
calculate.
No, you're right. You're right. I think 21.
Yeah, 21. Overall, this is a
I'm loving it.
6.5.
a
6.
95.25
Ooh.
out of 120,
Oh,
which at a percentage wise, this gives us a 79.38%, which looking back, this will put it in the I have the rankings here. I think this is mid tier. Well, not necessarily mid. I believe this is right there with Rashomon. What I say is 79.38% puts it right above Order of the Phoenix as what the seventh or sixth best film
Wow.
according to us so far.
huh?
Look at
Whoa!
look at
Who did
Deathly
this?
Hollows.
Pause. Pause.
Yes, sir.
Pause.
Mhm.
Who
Wow.
who did this? Who did this? Because
This
they're
is just aggregate
idiots.
overall.
They're
See,
dumb.
for which one?
All of them.
Wait,
Whoa.
really?
Well, not
I
all
think
of them,
I
but the
think
Chamber of
Goodfellas is low.
Secrets was amazing. That's my
Look at the
favorite Harry
gap.
Potter movie.
Look at the gap between Sorcerer's Stone and the room.
the room
After
was
all the
trash.
hype
I
that they
heard.
gave us
I mean,
about the
Wasn't the room trash?
yeah, The Room is a
like,
bad movie.
yeah, it's known for being like garbage.
Yeah, The Room is like a bad movie.
yeah, y'all talked about it being bad, but y'all also like said some things that made me think like you enjoyed how bad it was.
Oh yeah, we did. But this is
Yeah.
just like quality wise score. If we
Okay.
were to give it like a enjoyability score, I think we would both put it at like an A. But quality wise, it's not
No,
that good of a film.
but can we like talk about what y'all was on when you rated the Chamber of Secrets?
Oh yeah, we actually talked about this in the last podcast when we were kind of reviewing back through those. We did all of those like impromptu on the spot, and we just started. We were like, me and Nebby were like, all right, let's just rank all of these and go each of them one by one. We realized that as we went on, we just got easier and easier with the scoring. That's why Deathly Hallows Part 2 is so high. And if you go through, we pretty much just go in order and we just give it better scoring as we go. We're gonna need to redo those one day. And
Nah, bro. Chamber of Secrets, Prisoner of Azkaban, whatever what was the first one? Sorcerer's Stone.
Sorcerer's Stone.
Great.
I think
Beautiful.
Sorcerer's Stone of the 8, I might put it as either the weakest or the second weakest. But the thing, I think all of them are good.
No,
I think
Chamber of
that's the bottom
Secret,
for me.
Prisoner of Azkaban, I agree with. Chamber of Secret needs to be first.
No, that's
Yeah.
too high. That's too high.
How? No,
That's too high.
because that's when they.
No, we'll talk
okay.
about this out. We'll talk about this afterwards.
Wait.
Hold on,
Which
Andrew.
one?
We'll talk
you're
about
right,
this.
you're
We're
right,
getting off
all right.
topic. We'll talk about that afterwards. Let's go ahead.
No, but hold on, yeah, but y'all should get my dad on one of these Harry Potter podcasts. Last weekend he binge watched 5 of them in one day.
Yes, sir. He likes them. I mean, obviously,
He
he
like
probably
yeah,
likes them.
he said he watched the first one and then he just couldn't stop and they kept playing and playing and playing and then he just watched all 5, like first 5.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
And exactly, bro.
They're all good movies in my opinion. Some of them I just don't think are as good as others. Scoring wise, individually, I give it a 72.5%, which I think aligns with what I think of the movie. In that, once again, that kind of speaks opposite to my letter grade. But for me, letter grade and percentage grade kind of have a disparity in how they're perceived. Which, where if you're like, I give that movie a 7 out of 10, and then you're like, I give that movie a B minus. To me, it's like it give it quality wise, it means similar things. I know that's not the case for everybody though. Now, Andrew, I think gives it the highest with a 85%. Billy, you are second highest with a 80.625% or just a 80.63. And once again, our combined cinema score is a 79.38%. With that said, we're going to get into the final section of this review, which is the awards. Now, as usual, I am going to name some of my personal nominees.
Wait, may I go first when we get to the line part? I think I have obviously the best line of the movie.
I'll name all the ones that I already have here, and then if I don't say, you can go ahead and state it. All right.
I'm sure you don't. I'm almost positive you don't have.
All right. But first of all, we're here with Best Actor or Actress. I have 4 nominees. Obviously, Max. I'm playing them, and I did not like his acting in this. First of all, Rachel Senote, who as Danielle, which consensus all of us think she did pretty well. And then I have oh yeah, I forgot the Oscars are next week, I think. So
yeah, the 29th.
The 29th. I'm probably gonna make a video about that on my main channel.
I think King Kong might get it for Best Actor. Can they do that, or will they give it to the person?
They would give it to the guy that
they'll have the monkey in the freaking stage.
They would give it to the motion capture dude. But Rachel Senote as Danielle. I also have Fred Melamod as Joel, which is he's probably my favorite character, especially towards the ending. The man cramming everybody into the car.
Yeah,
that was great.
The best actor, best actor was his little headpiece for staying winning the whole time.
Oh yeah, Billy had just an ingenious theory that turned out to be true about Velcro being the thing that keeps it on. And Polly Draper as Deva or Debbie. I said Debbie. And my last one was Molly Gordon as Maya. I'm not sure if you guys would put Diana Agron as Kim in there. I personally, that's another performance I was a bit iffy on.
She didn't talk enough. Yeah. She wasn't important, at all.
Yeah, but those are the nominees I have. If you guys have any others, you can throw it in.
All right. I would like to. I just want more nominee. I'd like to nominate the baby.
All it did was cry.
The baby.
I believe the baby carried. I'll explain why.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, we can handle the best actor. I'll save the baby for the line.
Oh, the line. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll save it for the best line.
This apply for both.
Oh, sure.
Oh, never mind. I thought you meant when you say best actor, I thought you were saying for only male.
Yeah, best actor or actress. Of those 4 nominees, if you guys have any others, once again, throw them in. Danielle, Joel. It was Joel, yeah. Danielle, Joel, the father. Debbie, the mother, or Maya. Who would you say performed the best? Danielle?
Yes.
I mean, quality-wise, I'm probably gonna have to agree. My favorite is undoubtedly Joel, though, the dad. But I guess Danielle. Billy?
Danielle. My favorite is Maya, but not because of acting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why, but her acting wasn't I don't know. It lacked passion, so I can't give it.
Her character was probably one of the more likable in the movie.
Yeah, she
Uh,
was very likable.
yeah. All right. So,
I feel like she could have been more of a
Who?
B word
Maya?
than
oh yeah, there were
Maya.
points where she
Like,
She
teetered that
was.
given
line
the
I swear she
background.
was for like the
with
first
the
half of the
phone.
movie.
Hold up,
Yeah, I
Danielle or
mean,
Maya?
like
Maya, I swear she was
Yeah.
implied to be a bum.
Maya.
I mean, yeah,
Because
that's
the
because
way,
she didn't talk. We
Yeah,
were all getting it from Danielle's perspective.
I mean, the way that, no,
yeah,
because the way
and
they
yeah,
introduced her, like, what are you up to? And then they kept saying, who's in law school?
Yeah.
And not Danielle, it's Maya. And then Maya was like, oh, you got a job yet? Nope.
yeah. But that's because I think that was more of a like a personal thing between her and
Ah,
Danielle because
Yeah.
of
I
their past.
guess.
But
I mean,
like she
because
probably
you're
holding
right.
a grudge off of that. But like as a person, I think she like calmed down fast
Yeah,
because
after the
yeah,
alley scene.
not after. I think before even the alley scene, like after she ripped her little leggings or
Yeah.
Oh,
whatever.
After,
yeah, 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 yeah.
yeah,
Even
when
at
she was
that
helping to
point,
pick up the,
you saw that she was a likable character then.
yeah,
Yeah. They
yeah.
all, I mean, they all were likable. I did not like any of them.
And that no, that woman that kept coming in to ask Danielle to clean up something was getting on my nerves.
Oh, yeah, her.
Hold up. I'm gonna get to that a bit in best scene, but for best line, I
All right.
have a few here.
Mhm.
First of all, this is a recurring one. Wait, mom, who died? Uh,
Great, great
you
line.
look like Gwyneth Paltrow on food stamps.
Okay.
That was a great line
That
as
was
well.
a wonderful line. Now, I couldn't remember the line here,
There are a lot of banking lines.
but
I think I know
right,
what you're going to include. I think I know what you're about to say.
this isn't a line. This is a few exchanges. After this is in the scene where it's like Danielle in the foreground, and then it's the other three. It's her parents and Matt in the background, and they're talking about the baby and all that stuff. And then as soon as Matt leaves, the parents just start roasting the baby.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. You were like, oh, yeah, that baby was ugly.
Oh,
yeah. She was like, "That baby was ugly. That man looked like an onion." I was like, "Oh, snap." That's one of
oh
the
shoot.
places where I started to really laugh. And then
Yes. Great scene. Yes.
Yeah.
right, this line came after some of the aunts and friends were kind of asking Danielle about her job, and she was like, "I'm going to be a feminist" or something like that.
Hmm.
And she's like, "Ah, so you can run marches like that with the pink pussy hat," which
Oh,
Oh
my
I
yeah.
gosh.
didn't understand, but I was like, "All right." And
I was
then,
laughing.
yeah,
I don't know
uh, this one was after the scene we were just talking about with Danielle and Maya, and once Danielle's mother takes her out, you are sitting on a table. What is this? A party? And then uh also in that one, she said, I lived through New York in the 80s. My gaydar is as strong as a bull. And
why. Yeah.
then this one I didn't really want to include, but it just felt weird as I was, watching the movie, and I just wrote it down, so I left it in. This is when it's Maya, Danielle, and Matt, and they're all talking. And
Oh,
kind of
I know what you're about to say. Yeah.
she's like a good sister fucks her sister.
Yeah.
and, and obviously I had to include you guys are at the Holocaust Museum. You look
Holocaust.
Yes,
so
sir. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
happy.
Yes,
I
And-
can't
sir.
remember where that was from though.
oh, it was when it was some old lady
Yeah,
showing
Danielle.
pictures,
And
and it
then
was
the couple.
Oh yes,
yeah, the couple.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
And then
because I remember writing "She Got No Chill"
yeah,
like
and
in the yeah.
in the last one, which is probably the worst here, but I in the moment, it's funny because this is in the final scene after the dad had made everybody get in the car. He was just running around and he was like off like a herd of turtles, which I liked. Now, of the what
Do
nine
you
or
have
so, I
him
think.
like? Sorry, do you have him somewhere like we
Hold
can
up, I
see?
got you. How well can you see that?
I can see him very well.
All right. Wait, mom, who died? You look like Gwyneth Paltrow on food stamps. A series of roasting the baby. Ah, so you can run marches like with the pink pussy hat. You are sitting on a table. What is this, a party? I lived through New York in the 80s. My gaydar is as strong as a bull. Like a good sister fucks her sister. You guys are at the Holocaust Museum. You look so happy and off like a herd of turtles, which is the best line.
Andrew, don't you got one?
Oh yeah, I do have one.
What's your line?
Okay, like as I stated
Mhm.
before,
Mhm.
I believe that the baby should be the best actor of
Okay.
the film, right? Because he hit us with probably the best line I've heard in the past, I guess like 15, not 15. Exactly. That. That right there. That right there. I mean, so shit. That right there was the best line in this movie. When exactly look, when the baby was silent, dead
Uh-huh.
silent. Didn't even know the baby was there, right?
Uh-huh.
Kate was like, I don't know if that's her name, just that's what I'm naming her. Kate was like, hey, Danielle, hold the baby for me.
Uh-huh.
No, hold God's darn baby for me. She said no. Then Kate forced the baby in her hand. And what did the baby do?
Yeah, baby started
Presented
crying.
us
He knew
with
what
the
was up.
best line. He knew
He knew
exactly
what
what
was
was
up.
up.
He knew what was up.
He
You're
knew.
right. You're
Exactly.
right. You're right.
Exactly. That's just I'm just gonna end it there.
All right. I mean, as great as that is, I'm still gonna have to go with the Holocaust Museum one.
Yeah, I am too.
Yeah, but
It's a great line.
yeah, Billy, do you have another line that you wanna put up?
Can you go back to this?
Yes, sir. The Gwyneth Paltrow line is pretty good. You look like
Who
Yeah,
Gwyneth
is
Paltrow on Food Stamp.
that's my like. I think because it stood out so much,
Mm-hmm.
who
I
is
would have
Gwyneth
picked that one.
Paltrow? I don't know.
That's
So it doesn't hit for me.
that's somebody. I think isn't that Iron Man's wife?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
What's her name in the movie?
Pepper Potts,
yeah.
Pepper. Yeah, Pepper.
cause she's spicy.
It's so beautiful how they get together, bro. On the roof.
Mhm.
Oh, is it? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Is it actually good?
Remember?
I remember it was.
Remember she quits
Oh
on
yeah.
the second movie.
All right.
And he's like, okay, that's fine because it wouldn't work out anyways if like blah blah blah. You know, they were if she
All
was
right.
still the CEO. But
Now.
okay, yeah, I'm going with the Holocaust one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
That was a great.
that is our best line. You guys are at the Holocaust Museum. You look so happy. Now for
I think-
best scene,
I think we think this is the best line just because of
our sense of humor.
yeah, how bad we are.
Yeah, I
I
mean, I think
I
it's
did
ha-
not I did
think
not take part of that. Anyone watching?
I think that's it.
I mean, it was unexpected, you know. Good comedy
yeah.
always.
The context.
Yeah. Yeah, and
Because
it
there's
was
a whole
a
bunch of
Jewish grandmother.
yeah, there's a whole bunch of Jews there.
Yeah.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah. That's why I mean Inglorious Bastards is a pretty funny movie because of the context and the guy's not writing. Now
I think the best line in that film was Gorlami. I think that was it. I think that was it. That was the best. That was beautiful.
I gotta rewatch that movie.
Hey man, we might just do a podcast on that next. Gorlami. Best scene. Now this is the one that I struggle the most because I don't think I really saw this as a movie with like a whole bunch of distinct scenes that stood out to me. There are definitely distinct scenes, but not that many that like stood out. Like in when we were doing Goodfellas, there were just scenes there that I just knew stood out. Like the Joe Pesci am I what is it? What do you think is so funny? Or am I funny line scene? That's just something that stands out.
You talking about when he shot that one dude?
Yeah. No, that's the other one. Even
No,
that
that's
one,
not
those are two different ones, but both of
Yeah.
them stand out. They're like those are ones that have to add as the nominees. This one didn't have that as much. Definitely add on if you have more. The first one is the scene where it is revealed that Max is married and has a baby. The second scene is the scene where Deba confronts Danielle. When when the mother confronts Danielle after Maya and her are kind of like cleaning up the vomit, I think. And then now, okay, this one I have in here because of one specific thing. Well, after we spoke more than one thing, the POV scene, and the thing that really stuck out to me was
in the bathroom.
Not the well the I guess I'm gonna go all the way from when she knows that her phone is lost and she's looking in the bathroom to the kind of the POV scene, the point of view scene that we were talking about with the aesthetics and the one that Billy was kind of analyzing, all of that. And the main reason I have it here is because you remember that lady that you guys were talking about who kept asking her to clean up stuff. About like as she's walking from the bathroom to the group, that lady just walks up to her. She's like, the toilet smells like shit. She looks at her and then she just walks away.
I remember that.
I don't know. Like she didn't expand on it. She was just like, the toilet smells like shit. And she just walked away. Then I had to add it on for that. And then we have the scene where Kim hands Danielle the phone, and then the baby scene, the one where the baby starts crying, because that one. And then I mean, of course, the final scene where Joel just crams everybody into the car. I'll go ahead and put the scenes that I have here. Do you guys have any other scenes that you think should be nominated?
Am I wrong for saying the opening scene?
The opening scene, yes.
Am I wrong for saying that?
I guess
that's exactly what I was thinking.
All right, the opening scene.
I I think that's like, not because we're foul creatures, but it set the mood.
Yeah, it set the mood. That's definitely right.
Exactly.
Any others?
I ain't gonna lie. There's no other scene that just like hit me harder than that.
Yeah, honestly. Other than when they saw each other, I think that was a really good scene too.
I'll tell you why. I thought they were doing like some little like opening credits and whatever. So I was like, I don't need to look at my screen for a second. So I'm looking at my computer.
Oh, I just realized there were no opening credits.
Nope.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, hold up. There were not opening credits, but I remember thinking, what are these studio names? There were a whole bunch of random studio names. Bad Mensch Cinema, Irving, Thick Media. Thick Media, Neon Heart.
We should know what was going on.
And It Doesn't Suck Productions, a Bad Mensch production. There were just a Neon. It just kept going.
Is that Big Harvey?
Oh my goodness. It got me again. I forgot that the scene was there. All right, but of these scenes, let's start off with Andrew. Which scene do you think deserves to be the best scene?
I actually want to add a scene on here.
All right.
I think the best scene was when she saw Max when he walked in and was talking to her dad. She looked at him, then he looked at her, and they just kind of stared at each other. That was I feel like that was a good scene. But out of all of these, I'll probably have to go with the Kim one.
The one where Kim hands Daniel on the phone. That is a really good scene. That was the scene that I think that's maybe not the twist. I'm not sure how much of a twist that is. I guess it is, but like the plot development that hit the most. That was like when I think all of us, when we saw that, we were like, oh. And outside of the opening scene, obviously. I might have to go with the I'm tempted to go with the scene where the lady just comes up and it's like the toilet smells like shit and then walks away. And also because that aesthetically, that's probably one of the best scenes of the film. I think I'm gonna have to agree with Andrew and go with the scene where Kim hands Daniel the phone. I think that was the place where what the film was going for, chaos and tension wise, it hit its peak and everything meshed the best.
Yeah. For the same exact reason that Yabuna gave, I'm picking that scene too.
Hey man, great minds think alike. Now, we have talked about and analyzed Shiva Baby for longer than the film itself actually is, which isn't a first here. But I mean, I think we've had some pretty good discussions. We've gotten our Cinemaverse score down. Any final thoughts before we head off for this week?
It's Miss Emma Seligman. If you hear this message, if you see this, please make a sequel. I want to see what happens. Okay, I'm done.
Facts. You also need to include her as the babysitter. We need that. We need this to be called Shiva Babysitter.
Exactly. I have two things. One is about the title. The other, Billy, I'm not sure if this is the same exact thing. that you were thinking of. But for me, when I was thinking of, Shiva Baby, Austin Powers.
Yes.
That's
That
it.
is exactly
That's
what I
it.
was thinking.
That's exactly it. It might not be exactly Shiva Baby, but I know he ends a lot of his sentences with baby. Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
From what I know.
Yo, yeah, boy, you are a genius.
Right.
You know what? Change the title of your freaking YouTube page. Put genius in there. Like,
But
that
all
is
right.
the exact thing I was thinking about.
The only reason that I really came up with that was because I was thinking about how great this title is. Because this title is like super layered. And I was like, hold up. I was like, I know why that I like it even more. It reminds me of Austin Powers, and anything that reminds me of Austin Powers is just automatically great. But all right, Shiva Baby. I wrote down how multi-layered this is. First of all, Austin Powers. And the babysitter aspect. Well, Shiva itself is not multi-layered, but the baby. She's a babysitter, or she calls herself a babysitter. The idea of being a baby, the sugar daddy, she's the baby. There's a whole baby in this movie, and there's a whole conversation towards the end where she talks to her mother about how her mom keeps treating her like a baby. As I was watching, all of these layers came to me, and I was like, this title is amazing. That is my final thought about this movie. Now, Billy, you have any final thoughts before we head off?
You mean Andrew? I think Andrew.
Oh, yeah, Andrew. You already said yours. My bad. Andrew?
No, I agree with everything y'all said.
All right, guys. Thank you both for your insight, and thank you guys out there for listening to the podcast. Cineverse podcasts are now available on Spotify and Google Play Podcast, amongst other networks. So go listen, follow, and leave feedback there. This is a wrap on episode 41 of Cineverse Podcast, a review and in-depth analysis of Shiva Baby. Peace.
And booty grease.